Mom? Is that you?
There, just relax.
You've been asleep for almost 9 hours now.
I had a horrible nightmare. I dreamed I was back in time. It was terrible.
Well, you're safe and sound now. Back in good old 1955.
1955?
3 rad dudes with nothing better to do get abducted by the crew of the Starship Alpha 2. They're from the planet Q, which, due to a space-time loop, is stuck in 82 and must be rescued. They need our heroes to discuss the latest news and give their reviews of games and movies too. Sure hope you're not confused. We swear this is all true. Not just the premise too. The Totally Rad Show.
Totally Rad Show, Totally Rad. Totally Rad Show, Totally Rad. Totally Rad Show, Totally Rad. Totally Rad Show, Totally Rad Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Totally Rad Show, episode number 4. I'm Alex Albrecht.
I'm Jeff Canada.
And I'm Dan
The
Trachtenberg.
Totally Rad Show is your weekly dose of all things rad. We take the rad, we mash it up into like meatball-sized thing, and then we make a hoagie. And that hoagie is all rad.
Love it.
That is
And only people on the East Coast know what you're talking about.
Right.
Come on. Those of us on the West Coast know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but you don't
Alright,
really,
it's
but you haven't had hoagie in your mouth, is what I'm saying.
Not touching it.
Yeah.
Not
Remember
going there.
how we talked about the homoeroticism?
Yes.
And you know why I'm not going there, Dan? It's because I'm trying to honor the fallen.
God damn it.
Somebody, Kurt Vonnegut passed away this week, and I just wanted to bring it up at the top of the show because
It's a big deal.
I really loved his work.
Yeah.
And
We were
did you guys
not-
read any Kurt Vonnegut?
Well,
Not
I
one?
was-
Not ever?
I felt really...
I saw Slaughterhouse 5. Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not even
movies,
gonna be...
movies Dan, I guess.
Movies,
is-
Dan.
yeah.
I have read a book, but not
not by him.
him. It was by Walter
Well,
Whitman.
By Hill?
It's nobody.
I'm a huge Kurt Vonnegut fan. He
Yeah.
writes very smart science fiction stuff, funny stuff. And I recommend anybody out there, if you haven't read them, they're very short. They're not really...
What would be like the one to break into him?
I would say Cat's Cradle, and then you could work up to Slaughterhouse 5. Cat's Cradle is my favorite. In fact, I think we all should read a Kurt Vonnegut. We should read like Cat's Cradle or Slaughterhouse 5.
Sure.
All, over
Let's
a
do
period
Cat's
of time.
Cradle then. The
Together?
Well,
Every other line?
we'll like go to
Like,
sleep.
dude, how much did you hate in school? Maybe you guys liked it.
Oh no, reading
'cause
out
you're
loud.
extroverted.
Oh no.
I
have a phobia of reading out loud.
Yeah, when it like
still do.
came,
Really?
when they like, when it was like you knew they're going around the room, and
Yep.
you're like, you would like, there's 5 people before you, so you're
Yep.
like thinking ahead of what your paragraph's
And you
going to
read
be.
it a couple times,
Oh,
and you're like,
death.
I know, I hate that.
Hate it.
I loved it.
I know, because Mr.
Yeah,
Theater guy.
I can see that.
Well, anyway, read a Kurt Vonnegut book.
Yeah.
We will, and we'll talk about it. Reading is fun.
Demental. Let's get
Start
going.
the show.
All right, so in movies this week, we're talking, we all saw Hot Fuzz. The new one from the guys who did Shaun the Dead.
Yeah.
Edgar Wright, Simon Pegg, Nick Frost.
Yep.
Boom,
He
boom,
also,
boom.
also did a show called Spaced.
I didn't see that, though.
I never saw that.
I did. We'll talk about it.
Perfect.
Hot Fuzz is about this top cop, this like the hot guy.
The hot fuzz.
This we left homoeroticism back in episode 3.
Maybe.
It's bleeding into episode 4.
It is. So it's about this badass cop from the city who gets relocated to a small rural town where there's allegedly no crime, but there's a lot of accidents.
Right.
And it's basically
Dun, dun, dun.
a 10 little Indians like murder mystery slasher kind of.
What slash
Action movie.
action movie
yeah,
slash
right.
comedy.
Right.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
How did you feel, Jeff?
Oh.
Ooh, a little fake
I was just about to be like, I thought Jeff goes.
Then he asked me. Here's what I'm going to say about that movie. I really thought I was going to love it. And I got really excited to see it. I loved Shaun of the Dead. Every trailer, in fact,
Yeah.
bringing it around full circle, the very first trailer that the 3 of us ever reviewed way back in your old show was Hot Fuzz.
Yeah, it was.
And we all talked about how excited
sad.
we were to see it.
Hot Fuzz.
Memories, yes.
Memories.
Yes.
And it didn't deliver for me. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. It's not...
What are you fist pumping for?
Wow. Yeah.
What?
I knew you really liked it. And I was
Well,
going
let
to
me
agree with him.
let me just complete.
But
my,
I have one more to say.
Let me just complete my thought real fast. It's a good movie. It's an entertaining movie.
I feel like
and
I
you know
got
what? I think
my heart broke. My heart broke.
Sweet revenge.
My heart broke.
I think the last half hour of the movie makes up for the first hour and a half because the last half hour is really fun. It's really great. But you know what I'll say?
No.
I love it. You're agreeing with me. What I'll say is if you want to see the concept of this movie done way better, or at least the last half hour, see Kung Fu Hustle.
Interesting.
Oh wow, you brought that.
Wow. Which I love Kung Fu
Kung Fu
Hustle.
Hustle.
It's a great movie.
Totally.
And it's
Wow.
what they're kind of going for with this.
How do you
way
say,
better.
what are the things that you're referring
Well,
to?
I don't want to ruin the ending of this movie because it's a great ending. That last half hour, like I said, is great. But I think Kung Fu Hustle does that concept of the whole town being something that we don't think that it is.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know he was
I didn't know
referring
you
to
were
that.
going there
That's
either.
interesting.
And also,
Yeah.
it's that same like wacky action as comedy. And I didn't buy Simon Pegg's character. I didn't like the style of the beginning. The first hour of like the shgoom, all the shots that were
You mean the British
slamming.
editing?
They would slam into something and slam into something.
It's like it's very, very. He did the same thing,
Shaun of the Dead.
thing in Shaun of the Dead,
Yeah.
and in Space he does it as well. It's very Darren Aronofsky.
yeah.
It's exact. I almost feel like it's directly borrowed.
What I loved about Shaun of the Dead was that it's two normal guys in an extraordinary situation, and comedy ensues. And this is two really broad characters in an extreme situation, and it didn't pay off for me in the same way. But you guys,
Dan, well, what?
No, I was
you
gonna.
agreed?
I think we should go to you, and then I can be force him in between.
I thought it was fucking brilliant. I loved it. It was hysterical from beginning to end. I ate everything up. It was awesome. I thought all the jokes paid off amazingly. I thought some of the casting, what's his name? The guy from License to Kill.
he's
Timothy
great.
Dalton.
Timothy Dalton is
Yeah.
in
He's
it and is
great.
amazing.
Yeah.
God, why do I always blank on names when I'm doing this? Not Vincent Price. Who played the main boss guy? Who was in- Bill Nighy.
Bill Nighy.
yeah.
was in it.
Cameo, really.
Dude, freaking. God, I can't believe I'm blanking on all these
Character.
names.
Who was the character?
The
Guy from The Office.
no. The boss in the city, in the town,
Oh.
and he's in everything.
Oh.
With the big eyes.
Yeah.
Wow.
With the big eyes.
The dude, British
The main
actor.
dude with the cake. The father.
Oh, yeah.
the main guy. He's
Nigel Hawthorne. No. That guy's dead.
Fuck me.
Right there.
Ruined
Oh,
the podcast.
no.
Anyway.
He's gonna put it up in the sky.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna come up with it as you go.
Anyway, I thought the casting was amazing. I thought all the characters were amazing. I thought the premise was hysterical. I literally, from beginning to end, I thought it was genius. By the power of Grayskull, enough said.
Yeah.
I shit myself.
That was great. I love that.
And the action was really good. I thought it was a great movie from beginning to end. I don't know what Jeff and Dan are smoking. It's probably not legal. But you should go see this movie. It's a great movie.
Yeah, I just.
If you like Shaun of the Dead, you will love this movie, unless you are these two guys.
Yeah, because I love Shaun of the Dead, and I kind of felt like the movie didn't deliver on the promise of the trailers until the last half hour.
Agreed.
I wanted that like spoof, or not even spoof, but making fun of yet also embracing, like Shaun the Dead did for zombie movies. I wanted that for the cop movie. And that only kind of happened right towards the end, and then I was like, I was like,
Well, but
back
that
in.
was the whole point of his character, was that is what he did on a day-to-day basis, but he wasn't allowed to do that in this environment, and so that's why it became. And then it was always paying off, like all the stuff that he was like, "Have you ever done this?" He was like, "No, why would you do that as a cop?" And then all that stuff is done.
Right.
So I thought it was a great setup and payoff. I love the slow burn of the British that whole time where he was just a frustrated cop.
Yeah.
I thought it was great.
I will say the very tightly written scripts, and someone even responded to that in the Q&A that we saw at the screening. Both those scripts, Shaun of the Dead and this, have such every little thing. The setups and payoffs are, and like I mentioned in the last two episodes, what I didn't like in The Lookout and I didn't like in the Tarantino is great in these. It's disguised. The setups and payoffs. You think they're jokes.
Right.
You say, oh, that's a joke, that'll just happen. And then all of a sudden they bring it back and you're like, whoa, I thought that was just a joke they were making.
Yeah.
And the only other positive thing I will say is that I actually do like that it's really solid filmmaking. Like I hate when people say, well, it was a comedy, when I'm remarking on what wasn't made that well. You know, it's like this is like really good filmmaking.
There's no excuse for bad filmmaking.
Yeah.
Comedy or not comedy.
So I
say awesome.
Best part about it is
Maybe
Timothy
red.
Dalton.
Dude, Timothy Dalton was amazing. Although I thought Simon Pegg, I bought Simon Pegg hook, line, sinker.
I don't know if I had the issue with his character that I just didn't enjoy it as much. So
we just sort of flipped roles.
Right. So movie news this week. There is a really cool announcement about this movie that's going into development called Supermax.
Yes.
Okay, so
I'm assuming it's about a prison.
It's about a prison. It's about the Green Arrow who's a comic book character.
Mm-hmm.
DC Universe.
Okay.
Sent to prison amongst all the other DC villains that he's like basically helped put in jail, and now has to band together with them to break out. Well, he's like wrongly accused or whatever.
You should say this is David Goyer.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's what he's doing supposedly instead of the Flash movie, which is what he was going to be his next project, directing and writing. He was going to do the Flash. And now supposedly
I like
he's
that
doing
series,
this.
by the way. I was disappointed.
The Flash series with the dad from Neverending Story 2. Yep. Well, let me say David Goyer real quick. Wrote Batman Begins. He wrote, which is probably his best piece of something that he did. Right.
The guy that
Blade.
He wrote the Blade series, but he wrote he wrote all three movies.
He worked on that.
I know, but
he wrote all three movies, all three Blade movies.
Well,
directed the third one.
Well, that's a bad idea. That was a bad idea.
Wrote Dark City.
Yeah.
Love Dark City.
And
Dark City's on my DVD bestseller list.
That movie, The Invisible, that I thought was already out, it still hasn't come out yet. He wrote and directed.
Yeah, I didn't even see. I saw the poster.
But here's the cool thing about this project, this Supermax project is it's the Green Arrow is the character that we see, but from what Goyer is saying, he's only Green Arrow for the first 10 minutes of the movie. Like, he's superhero, Green Arrow guy, and then in costume, first 10 minutes, and then he gets sent to prison where all these sort of B and C list DC villains are. So it's not going to be the Joker, it's not going to be the Penguin, it's going to be
pretty much Spork.
Spork. Yeah. The half spoon, half fork DC villain.
That's why he was only in 2 books.
That's right. It's going to be, we don't know who he's actually going to use, but it's going to be a bunch of people that probably only really hardcore comic fans like myself are going to recognize, which is cool. There's not going to be costumes. There are going to be powers. I just think it's a really great way to do a superhero movie and not
it's very
be a
Batman.
superhero
It's very
movie.
Batman Begins.
But it's not an origin story. Yeah. It's not how this guy.
Which one? Green Arrow. He's the Arrow guy, but what?
Looks like Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Not the Green Hornet.
No. I know the one. Right. Neither of those.
I will say too.
Less green than
kind of like what you're saying. Hey, it's a great way to use these characters that aren't as popular.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's going to be because this premise. Putting Tango and Cash a little bit, but putting cops in prison to have to work with the biggest.
That's a great concept. You might as well rip off.
I love Tango and Cash.
I do.
Yeah, but I think it's a good enough premise that I think non-comic book fans will be interested anyway.
I have one big concern, and my one big concern is Batman and Robin. I'm worried that if you put a whole bunch of villains in there, it's going to start watering down who's the main villain, who are we worried
But it's not about being a superhero.
You know what I mean?
Villain thing.
But whenever there's superhero movies and there's more than like 1 or 2 villains, it seems like the way that you do it when a franchise is ending, you just shove more villains in there, which I'm also a little worried about Spider-Man 3.
I agree with that wholeheartedly, dude.
But so then you're like, oh, okay, well, it's not just 4 people. It's a freaking prison full of guys that you know.
But I think what I'm thinking
But it
is
sounds like the way they're going to do it is going to be better.
Because I feel like it's not a superhero movie. It's an action movie. They happen to be superheroes.
Right.
I like that.
I think we're ready for the success of all the Spider-Man, Superman, blah, 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 Batman. Yeah. Now we're ready for, like, non-superhero movies. Superhero movies.
Yeah. I agree.
All right.
I think that's rad, shall we?
Boom.
All right, it is now time for the first ever television edition of the Totally Rad Show, which is totally rad. We have a lot of stuff to cover.
Because there's a lot of TV out there.
There's a lot of good TV, people. But we're actually going to start with, it's probably maybe old news to you guys, very new news to Dan and I, which is Dan and I finally caught up on the Battlestar Galacticas.
You saw the season finale.
We saw the season finale of season 3.
Yes.
Now, we're assuming all of you have seen the season.
Yeah.
If you
not,
haven't,
skip
pause,
this entire thing.
Spoiler
Pause.
central.
and go like 5 minutes ahead or something like that.
And check, and then you might have to readjust.
So first off, if you don't know about Battlestar Galactica, obviously it is about the colony of Earth. Well, it's not even Earth. It's New Caprica, or Caprica, is destroyed by Cylons, which are machines built by humans that they kind of fucked off, and then they came back.
There are many copies.
And I will tell you right now, the music is
Love the
amazing.
music,
It's like
yes.
taiko drums and shit,
Yes.
and like ting 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 ting.
Love
things.
it. Love that we're hearing that and
Yeah,
looking at
taiko
that.
drums is like doom 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 doom.
Japanese.
That Japanese.
Like the kids' drum.
No, those are something else. But anyway, so the Cylons attack, blow up Caprica, and this ragtag fleet of ships are sort of forced to flee, and it's the only surviving human race, and a lot of other shit has happened. But that sort of sets up the show. So I want to start, Dan, what did you think of the season? Because you obviously have seen the season. It's fresh in our minds.
Well, the problem is, I have an issue with Battlestar Galactica. I've definitely had a few conversations about it, but like,
Okay.
I don't really love the show. Everyone who talks about Battlestar
sort of
Galactica,
a big issue. I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't really love you.
everyone who talks about it is like, I love Battlestar Galactica. I really feel like, I love Firefly. Love that show.
Let It Go
I also
too.
love
Yeah.
Buffy. I love
Right.
Veronica Mars. I love
Right.
Rescue Me. I love a lot of TV. My phone's ringing and it's probably making the sound go derp 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 derp. And I can't.
Way to be a pro,
Okay.
Dan.
Yeah,
Um,
it's good. It's good.
but,
Leave that in the trailer.
To me, those shows like Firefly, for instance, the character, I want to hang out with those characters. And every episode is so well written, and it doesn't matter what's happening. The way that they're all interacting with each other is the best moments in Firefly were when they were hanging out at a dinner table talking.
Yeah, and I was a huge fan of Firefly as well, and it took me a long time to get into Battlestar. As anybody who watches Dignation knows, I was very hesitant to join the Battlestar
Right.
Galactic train.
But I was
go.
going to say, Battlestar Galactica to me, it's so dependent on the plot for it to be a good episode. Interesting
That's
things
really
have to
interesting,
happen,
yeah.
plot-oriented. Anything character-oriented, I could give two shits.
I'd agree
really
with the
don't
boxing
like
episode.
the
was
boxing episode.
horrible.
This season was terrible.
boxing
Starbuck, I can't stand as an actress.
Yeah, me neither.
Maybe it's I'm not attracted to her, which has something to do when you're watching, performance of the opposite sex. But yeah, she's so hammy. She's so trying to be tough guy. I don't feel that she's tough at all.
Right.
Apollo is like Tom. Everyone to me feels like they're playing Tom Cruise in Top Gun or like Denzel in Crimson Tide. Everyone
awesome.
to me is playing tough war guy role. Firefly, they're like Jane is the tough guy who's kind of slow. Mal's the whatever. They're all playing characters. Here, they're all playing tough war guy.
I definitely like it more than that.
Okay. I enjoy watching some episodes, but
I will say that it is spotty for me a little bit, especially this season. At the beginning, when they were on the new Caprica, I could give a shit. I literally would actually just sort of force myself to watch it, and that's when I actually stopped, which is why I got so behind, because I could give a shit. And I know you had said that one of the reasons why that was refreshing to people who had watched for 2 years was it was the first time that they were actually
because you
off of
started
the
season
ship.
3.
I started
So we
on
should
season
say-
3.
yeah.
I saw the catch up, and it was literally on United Airlines. I saw this wrap up of season 1 and 2, and I was like, oh fuck, that is a good show. I would like that show. And so I started watching season 3.
When they were in space forever, and then all of a sudden cut to 1 year, the season finale of season 2. 1 year later,
can't
and
wait
then
to
they're
talk
on the
about
planet.
the
You're like,
season finale,
what the
'cause
fuck? That
was
was
one-
why when you were on
Yeah.
New Caprica, you were like, this is interesting.
That was one of the greatest moments of television. It was such a
Never been
amazing.
done.
Yeah, in the middle of an episode, not at a commercial break,
Yeah.
not at the end of an episode, not a cliffhanger. 1 year later, and we pull back. I mean, this is all old news at this point.
Right.
But for me, that was anything can happen in this show.
Yeah.
Which is what Lost doesn't have.
Yes.
Which
Yeah,
is what
no
a lot of
shit.
shows don't have.
Yeah.
And dude, the filmmaking, I think it was in
It's
that.
Firefly, but they stole
the
that
doc
stuff from
style
the doc style CGI from Firefly.
I think
which
it
is
was
great.
when the 1 year later thing, when there's an episode that I'm not gonna get into it because
Let's talk about the season finale.
Yeah.
the season
Yeah,
finale.
I want help a little bit.
You want help? Did you go somewhere?
No, with the season finale.
What do you-
I mean, I really
Oh,
want.
okay, I love the season finale.
I don't
I thought it was
think-
great. I loved that they paid off the
We find out
5.
4 of the last 5 Cylons.
Well, and 1 is implied.
One is strongly implied.
Then it's
implied.
Apollo.
No.
Oh, Starbuck. There's
it's
Starbuck.
Well,
Yeah.
the fact that she's still alive implies something.
Which I think is.
But we don't know if. I mean, she could possibly be.
And also, the president got sick at that time.
She could possibly be like 6 is to.
Oh, he's seeing her.
Caesar.
Crazy
Who am I
town.
trying to think of? What's his name?
Barack
Gaius
Obama.
Baltar.
Gaius Baltar.
By the way,
Baltar.
one of the best moments in a TV series when he's talking in that, because I didn't like the acting in this show, but that
Right.
when he's talking in that accent that where
Oh,
he's
yeah,
from,
and he
then he
switches it up.
switches was fucking.
What
he's
about
American,
the episode
right?
this season where no, he's British. What I think.
They're all British. Dude, Apollo's British.
Yeah. But the episode where he's being tortured in the
Oh, is he?
in the
Okay,
sensory deprivation tank.
cool. Which one?
When Gaius Baltar is on Battlestar on the Galactic ship again, and they put him in the sensory deprivation
in the,
thing.
Oh, no,
thing
no,
where
no.
they
It was the drug.
reincarnate?
It wasn't a.
Were they
it wasn't a
reincarnated
tank.
into?
Right, but it was that.
It was
that
a drug, but it
right.
implied that he was floating in this one water.
That was
awesome.
amazing episode.
That
this
was a really
season.
good episode.
Yeah, I think I was into that.
But I thought it was a really good season ender.
thing
Now
of-
then again, my ramp up was I watched 7
Yeah.
to get caught up so we could talk about
The
it.
thing
Right.
about the 4 being Cylons, like my brother at one point turned to me earlier on. He's like, wouldn't it be crazy if they made Adama or the president the Cylon? And I was like, no. Like, I feel like since they said that Cylons, since they set that up in the
No,
beginning,
I agree.
the first thought you have is, oh, who's the big twist? Like, to me, the fact that it's all dependent on how they write these guys from now on.
Right.
The fact that Ty is a Cylon and all the other people that are Cylons, like.
Yeah.
Obviously, they were gonna do this twist on us that one of them are. Like, it doesn't mean anything. It's a plot twist
Well, but the
without
other
meaning
thing-
unless it's well written and story oriented.
And the other thing I will say that was a little bit deflating of
Another
that
game?
is the fact that 6 is now sort of a good person, that Hilo is a good person, or I think it's Hilo, right? Is it the Asian chick? Helio?
No, Athena, who was Boomer.
Yeah. That chick is like a good chick. So then when they had that big confrontation where they were like, we're not Cylons, frack that, and they left.
That's a really good Ty impression.
That was awesome.
I was like, well, okay, so, I mean, it would have been fucking scary if it had flipped and they were like, it's time to fuck shit up. That, to me, would have been like, oh no.
Like a Manchurian
Then they would have
Candidate kind of
gone,
thing?
then they would have gone back and been like, well, let's get these birds in the sky. I would have been like, oh, they're going to get fucked from the inside out, literally. But, you know,
That's
to have
awesome.
them kind of be like, well, you know, let's go back to work.
I watched.
But
that,
I liked it.
I watched that episode and I went, I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah, I felt I didn't know what to think.
Which is a horrible thing to say on a podcast. Is like I don't know how I feel, but it.
No, but that means that it's
I didn't.
eliciting
I didn't
things.
love. I didn't love it. Like there's some season cliffhangers, like when Adama got shot, where I was
Right.
like, oh, I can't wait. This is so amazing. This is so
Yeah.
incredible.
Right.
That one, I was like, really? I don't know.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
possibly because them being Cylons. Is
Possibly
not
because
such
like,
a-
how are you going to justify all of the stuff we've gone through with these people?
Right.
And why didn't the Cylons just click them over much earlier?
Well, but see, the Cylons don't know who the 5 are. They never
true.
say that they know who the 5 are. They're always trying to, even they don't know who the 5 are. It's like the creators programmed these guys and went, good luck. We're not going to tell anybody.
Oh, by
who
the
it
way,
is."
Anders, the dude from Earth, like, why would he be Why would he be a Cylon? But does he not look exactly like Cliffy B?
No, he doesn't
No.
look anything like Cliffy B.
I think he looks so much like him.
Okay, let's talk about Sopranos.
Before we talk about Sopranos,
Oh, sorry.
I do want to talk about Thank God You're Here, which
Oh,
we
it just
yeah.
premiered.
Jeff and I are both old improv guys, and
I'm
I
a fan
have,
of watching it.
Well, yes, and I have a big pet peeve of people trying to take improv, which is an awesome medium, and putting it on television. I have yet to see it truly succeed. But this was a really cool,
I think I have.
interesting way. Wait. Oh, seen it succeed?
Yes.
Oh, good. But this is I'm interested to hear what that is.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a very interesting way of doing it. Basically, what happens is they take celebrities or pseudo-celebrities that are known to be good at improv, and they put them in certain situations where they literally costume them. They have actors that are sort of improving, but they have a script that they're working on, and they shove these people through a door in costume, and they start a sketch.
With Thank God You're Here.
And every sketch starts with "Thank God You're Here." Now, did both of you guys see it?
I watched it.
Yes.
Yeah.
What did you think?
I did not
Fake me
care
out.
for it. I did not care for it.
Oh.
I
I'm
didn't think it was very good. I really didn't.
Dude,
Look careful.
We don't want to end the segment prematurely. We almost had a premature irradiation.
Yeah, I honestly had to force myself to watch both episodes.
The second one was horrible.
I barely.
And I think that a lot of it was. First of all, I mean, this is going to get a little up my own ass as far as improv-y guy thing, but they broke a lot of the first, like, there's a whole scene.
Tell us what those rules are.
First rule of improv is you don't deny. You don't say, no, that's not true.
No, you're so wrong about that.
There's a whole scene, the scene with the girl doing the fake game show.
Yeah.
Where he was like,
what's horrible.
Introduce the first girl. And she has no information. And she goes, oh, that's Amanda. And the guy goes, no, actually, that's Teresa.
Right.
Well, you've just destroyed the scene.
Right.
There's nowhere to go from no, you're wrong, because of course I was going to be wrong.
But that is bad writing. That's not break. I mean, I don't think that was them breaking
those guys,
improv rules.
all those guys in that show, I mean, I recognize
know.
all those people from LA improv scene.
Well, they have to.
And they all know that's not.
So are they improving, or are they working from a script?
They work from a
that's
script.
That's what I didn't like.
And the other thing was,
I thought it was going to be improv.
And there was a lot. Well, it's like forcing one person to do improv around the script.
Right.
And some of the stuff was so forced. It was like, oh my god, it's.
You know what?
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I was like,
it was
like, wait, what is this called?
I'm gonna blow your minds. It was
Please.
like Mad Libs.
It was like Mad Libs. It was like a Mad Libs version of improv.
Yeah.
And some of those guys, because like Richard Kind is an amazing improv comic, and they fucked him.
Yeah, you fuck him.
Because he's like, so he doesn't have to be good at, vocal, accents. And they're like, hey, you're Russian now. And he was like, fuck. What? Like, okay.
Yeah, it's not fun.
I was going to say what good improv that I've seen on television is on Sunday nights here in LA, they have Ask Cat Improv at the Upright Citizens Brigade.
Yes.
Bravo aired a special where they taped Ask Cat, and Tina Fey hosted.
Oh, that's cool.
A bunch of Silent Night Live people were in it. It was really, really, really funny.
And I also
you know why?
Whose Lines It Anyway. I was a big fan of that.
Because they were for real improv. And Ask Cat, literally, they had a camera and they showed the improv. It was down. This was like, I'm the host of the show. David Allen Greer. A, what happened to him? B, now we know, and we're not happy about it.
Why in the first episode did he have all gray hair? And
I know,
it's weird.
Me too. I was like, somebody got made over.
Hosted and scripted and given to you as opposed to we're capturing it.
Yeah, so nosies, wosies, posies. But also, it was the premiere of HBO's big Dufecta, which means two really cool things. The Sopranos and Entourage, which of course, unfortunately for the magic of the internet, have also had their episode 2s released before.
By the time you see this.
It's all about compression. Anyway, so what did you didn't watch it? You're not a big Sopranos or Entourage guy. Oh, you an Entourage guy?
I'm an Entourage.
Okay,
man.
This is good because I'm both these.
I don't.
You're
watch
Soprano guys, not Entourage. You're non-Sopranos, Entourage. What did you think of Sopranos?
Well, I think Sopranos is the second best television show of all time.
First television?
The Shield.
Which, you really wanted to get that in there, didn't you?
Everyone, at home, they either went, yes, or
what?
This is my vow.
The guy from Fantastic Four?
Every TV segment we do from now until the end of time, I will mention
the Shield. In hopes that they give you a Shield t-shirt.
It's the greatest television show of all time. If you haven't seen it, rent it. Okay.
Yes.
The Sopranos.
Yeah.
The first episode back. Awesome.
Oh, dude, yes.
Awesome.
And you know that fist fight?
What I loved most about it is in one episode,
Yeah.
it totally encapsulated the entire theme of the series.
Yes.
They had the dichotomy of the family versus the mob,
job,
and how these people try to live this family life in the midst of all this crazy danger and illegality.
Did you not think that there was going to be some shit when they went to go play golf?
Oh my God.
I forgot about the whole meeting that they were supposed to go on, and I was like, Tony's going to fucking kill this guy.
Oh my God. And the discussion that the wives have, where and that discussion right there completely encapsulates the whole themes of all the women that they've had through the whole series of how they will defend it and deny it at the same time.
Yep.
Like they're denying the fact that this bad stuff goes on and defending it at the same time. It's great writing.
So that is amazing. Sopranos is great. We're so excited for episode 2, which you guys have probably already seen. Or it's episode 102 or whatever.
Yeah, 2 of season 6 or whatever.
But now, Entourage.
Yes.
What did you think of the first episode back?
Well, here's the deal with Entourage. Hate to be negative Nancy, but we're mediums McGee.
That's right. You can do Wormsy.
don't like Entourage as much as everyone else, I feel.
Oh, that's interesting.
I'm like, cool, I enjoy it sometimes. That show Unscripted that was on HBO was Entourage-ish, and I loved it so much more.
I enjoyed that too.
I hated that show. But that's all right.
That's cool.
We're talking about Entourage.
We're talking about Entourage. I was cool with it, you know, whatever.
Oh, dude, I loved it.
You loved it? Yeah.
Oh, dude, Carla Gugina, who
Yeah.
I want to have, make my children.
In a shop.
In a
somewhere.
shop, yeah. Then just like with Play-Doh. That's how it happens. Wow.
Oh.
Anyway,
Sorry.
I lied.
sorry.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Dude, the Ari thing of like trying to get Vince back and the whole party thing, it just was a very Entourage feeling.
You know what? You know why I don't like it? Oh, I have some gossip though for the internet.
Gossips.
I was at Korean barbecue the other night, and
that sounds really
it's really good. You can get some tonight.
Right.
E on
E?
Entourage.
Yeah.
Was there with Hillary and Haley Duff.
Ew.
Duff sisters. Interesting.
That's interesting.
He like double-duffed.
That's enough for me. Go see Entourage.
Hey, welcome to Video Games This Week. Lots of stuff to get to, so let's get right to it. Last week,
Yes.
we talked a lot about Guitar Hero 2 for the 360.
We
and
rocked
how much
it.
we love it.
I just tried hard for the first time. Did okay. Didn't die.
It is indeed hard.
It is indeed hard.
Yes.
But I think our enthusiasm, at least my enthusiasm, got crushed a little bit this week because the first downloadable content, which is what we were so excited about for 360,
Yeah.
Why I'm not
came
buying
out.
it.
Okay.
3 song packs. Three song packs. So there's packs of 3 songs, and there's 3 of them.
Okay.
And each of them is 500 Microsoft points, which means there's $6. It translates to $6.25
For 3 songs?
for 3 songs. And
Well,
all 3 song packs
Are they awesome songs?
Are all from the first Guitar Hero 1.
Well, that's a big deal for guys that have never played Guitar Hero. We just
Right.
talked about this.
These
in
are
the
great
first one.
songs.
But
Are they classic
that
songs?
being
though?
said, we already have these on Guitar Hero.
Potentially
Well,
could
some
play them
people-
on PS2.
Well,
Yes.
some people can. I can't.
Yeah.
I could spend $175 plus buying the game plus,
But
or I
please-
could spend 60. I
Well,
mean,
somebody-
6.
But pleasing those people versus pleasing everyone. If they had new
Well, I
songs,
agree.
you would be
Well,
pleased,
I think
and we would be
new
pleased.
songs will come.
Of
Right,
course.
and this is
Yes.
because, dude, what, a week, 2 weeks?
But
I mean, that's not very long to be like, now here's more stuff.
sure, but somebody on the internet has already done a little calculation, and if this is how they're going to release all the content from Guitar Hero 1, it will cost you $97
To get Guitar Hero
to
1.
get all the songs on Guitar Hero 1.
That's some shit
fucked
right
up.
there.
That's overpriced.
Oh, yes.
And now,
Especially because it's free.
it
now
should be
Major
99
Nelson-
cents a song or something, you know?
well, Major Nelson
Yeah, it's
came
a little
out. You know,
much.
Major Nelson is the big Microsoft
course.
PR guy.
Yeah.
And he came out and said, well, it's not the same as a song. We still have to repay licensing, even though it's in the first Guitar Hero. We have to repay licensing because it's on a new platform.
Sure.
Still, it's too much money. I was
Yeah.
hoping that they would release all of the Guitar Hero 1 content,
For like $15.
or even $20, or
Right.
even $30 would
Right.
be a steal.
Right.
This is too much money, and it makes me want to not buy any of it. Even though I was
I know,
so
I know.
excited, it makes me want to not buy any of it because I don't want to prove them right that they can charge this much money.
Yeah. Wow.
In protest.
Yeah, I
That's-
mean, really.
Yeah. I that's why I'm still not interested in getting it for the 360.
Yeah.
I was waiting for this kind of a thing to entice me.
And you were proven right.
And I
You did.
was, yes.
Wow, Dan
rules the
shouldn't
universe.
spend a lot of money on other things.
The other bit of downloadable
That's-
news
yeah.
is the Wii finally released. Nintendo finally released the final version of their internet browser for the Wii,
Yes.
which means you can browse the internet with your Wii on your television. And my
I
question
browse
to
the
you
internet
guys
with
is,
my Wii and my television all the time.
wow,
I went there.
yes you did.
How,
My question to you guys is, do you care?
Nope.
well, not having a Wii
Well,
affects that.
but
Well,
would
but even if I had a Wii,
But I saw it at your place. Well, how is the speed and browsability? Is it all exactly
actually
the
the
same?
final version, I had the trial version,
Yeah.
and it's actually the final version's a little faster and it's a little nicer. It works
to
great.
me,
Okay.
it's resolution. I can
Right.
I can see so much more shit. It's so much more easier to interact with. I've never understood like web on your phone, web on a TV, web in the can.
And why
like,
is
for
some
me,
southern guy selling that to you?
Because it's fucking idiots. And I'm from the South.
Hello.
We
from
love every
Virginia.
viewer from the South here on the Double-Duffed Show.
Team Awesome LLC does not endorse it, Alex.
Team Awesome LLC is awesome.
Yes, I agree.
No,
This is another reason
So you're
why...
saying that's why you don't like it, or you do like it?
It's just,
Because the resolution
I've got a
isn't good.
computer, and it shows me the internet, and it's more easy to navigate.
It's another reason why not having the Wii in HD is if you're going to browse the internet, I need it to be in HD.
I like Steve's got the Vista Media Center box connected to his TV, and that's great. You know what I mean?
But maybe this ties into like how your mom was getting into the Wii. You know, like parents getting into the Wii, and then it's bringing them,
making it easier.
Well, that's
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah, taking a step to the internet.
I love how
that
you
they
can
might
watch
not.
TRS on your Wii.
Yeah,
Not
I
in
love that.
QuickTime, though. It doesn't support QuickTime.
Doesn't support QuickTime. That's
a downer.
That is a Debbie Downer.
Yeah.
And I don't like that sketch.
Debbie Downer in Dallas, if your guy's selling it.
Or Debbie does Downers in Dallas.
Debbie goes down in Dallas.
Oh. More
The other
Ds.
thing I wanted to talk about this week was neither
I'm still grinding on the Guitar Hero bullshit.
Yeah, it's sad, isn't it?
God damn it.
Because
I really fight against buying shit.
Yeah.
well done.
We heard on your live episode of Dignation.
Oh yes, that's right.
Which we were at.
And
yeah.
I just woke up from.
Anyway, I bought the big Wii release of this season is Super Paper Mario.
Oh,
for the
did you
Wii.
get it?
I got it.
What,
I'm only about 5 hours into it.
So that's nothing.
Nothing. But I'm prepared to give you guys my impressions of
All
the
right.
game thus
Wait,
far.
how long
Compare
is
it
it? Is
compare
it
it to
supposed
Puzzle
to be?
Quest. We should do a scale that only compares to Puzzle Quest
love it.
from now on.
I love it. That's
Is it green
awesome.
mana or red mana?
Yes.
How deep is the game? How many hours should it be?
I don't know because I obviously haven't finished it, but I'm
Right.
only in the second world, and
Oh,
it's
wow.
done. It's 7 worlds, 6 worlds,
And that's
Okay.
5
like
hours
that.
in. Okay.
Yeah. So it's a pretty deep game.
yeah.
I don't know. Did you guys play the first Paper Mario?
never
I didn't
played-
play any Paper Mario.
Never did the papers.
Well, Paper Mario is the RPG take on Mario,
That's why I never did it.
and the earlier ones,
Hello,
the
Puzzle Quest.
the
Same.
earlier ones had even turn-based combat and stuff.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
This
stuff.
one doesn't have that at all. This
Okay.
one is basically a platformer with when you collect coins, you can actually spend them
on stuff.
on stuff, on RPG
Oh, okay.
like elements.
So
of,
it's like
weapons.
a Link. It's like a Zelda-ish kind of.
It's
like,
not really. It's more like Mario.
No, it's like Mario, but
It's
paper.
there's you jump on the heads of things to kill them.
Okay, right.
I mean, it's
Okay.
still platformer.
Okay.
Do you use the Wiimote Wandy or do you use it Stixies?
You turn it sideways and play like old school.
Stixies.
And there are moments where you can point it at and discover things by using it like a flashlight.
Ooh, I like that. It's like Mario Mansion or
As-
Luigi and Mario
As
Haunted
a
Mansion
Wii
Party.
user, as you've now been using it for quite a while,
Yes.
my fear from when the Wii was coming out was that this would be a pain, and I just want to sit there like this. I don't want to have to my arm, you know.
Yeah.
Has that occurred?
Well, this game started its life as a GameCube game, as almost
That's-
all of the Wii
I was
games
gonna
that
say
have come
that.
out
Oh,
on.
that's shocking.
Yeah.
GameCube guts.
And basically, what
You're
has-
like, haha, good one.
I am the judge of all that
I
is
am
good.
the
and
judge
that
of
was
all
it.
that is commenting.
basically what has happened now is that you play the game the same way you would, basically the same way you would with a GameCube controller, except the
Right.
controller is way less comfortable because now
Right.
you're playing
It's
with
not
this
a-
thing that's not designed to be held that direction,
Right.
and it the Wii functionality where there's moments where you have to shake it and you do point around a little bit. It doesn't add much.
Okay.
And I think the game is actually really good. I'm enjoying it a lot.
Oh, that's good.
It's really fun. It is like an old school Mario platformer. I have to say the graphics are exactly what they should be doing for the Wii. It is
Right.
bright. It
Yeah.
is colorful, big, sharp pixels, big
Because they can't
sprites.
do the details as well.
Well, it's not trying to be realistic. It's,
Right.
it's like a big
I'm saying that's
cartoon.
why it's a good call that they did it this way. Because when
Right.
they do realistic, it doesn't come off as well.
Yeah, it's not It's not a lot of 3D. Although the coolest thing about the game, I should have said this right from the start. The coolest thing about the game is you're playing 2D,
Right.
and you press the A button, and it rotates the whole world into 3D. And you have a meter that counts down that you can be in 3D for a second. So you're like in a 2D world. It's the whole paper metaphor
Right.
taken so that it rotates the world into 3D. And then there's stuff where if you look, there'll be a pipe. And you can't get over that pipe, but if you go into 3D, you can just walk to the side of it and walk around it. And there'll be stuff hidden behind stuff like that, or there'll be like bricks like this, and you can't get into the bricks. But if you
I
turn
know.
the
It's
world,
like, how do? Where's the brick?
If you turn the world 3D, it's not even in the bricks. It's over here. But if you turn the world
cool.
2D, you see it like it's all compressed space.
That's right.
That is cool. That's
It's
really
very
rad.
cool. And the puzzles that use that concept are really ingenious and really smart.
And you know
interesting.
how much we love puzzles.
You know what's
Yeah.
weird? That this came out before Super Mario Galaxy.
Well, it was in development for the GameCube is why. And Super Mario Galaxy is made specifically for the Wii.
Uh,
But
I'm excited, and I'm interested to see all the new Star Wars games coming out, like the Rebel Squad, Red Squadron, or Rogue Squadron, or whatever. Rogue.
Yeah, I don't know if they've announced that, but
Oh, come on, you know it's coming. It's Nintendo.
well, that team is working on Lair for the PS3.
Well, that's stupid.
Anyway, so
I guess I won that conversation.
I'll open myself to
I agree.
Thank you, Constantine.
I'll open myself to flame bait on the internet and say that I didn't really even care for the new Legend of Zelda.
Flame bait.
Yeah.
We talked a couple of weeks ago
Right.
about how the we didn't really find it fun unless it's multiplayer.
Right, I agree.
Right.
I think this is the first game that I would recommend as a great single player game for the Wii. It really is
Oh,
fun.
so not the Zelda. That's what you're saying. Is not
I'm
the
saying
Zelda.
Twilight Princess for me.
Not so much.
The trying to look
remember you were very
realistic just
excited.
didn't graphically.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right.
so that's early impressions. Maybe we'll do a more full review later. But yeah,
once
early
we get our
impressions.
hands on.
Awesome.
One last thing I wanted to bring up since we keep talking about Nintendo stuff and Microsoft stuff.
Yes.
Is no more 20 gig PS3s. Official.
What does that? Wait, what does that mean?
They're not going to sell.
they don't
this
sell the low
20 gig
end.
version.
So they only sell the what? 30?
$599,
And how,
Yeah,
how
the
many
600
gigs is that?
60 gig.
60 gig.
I
So there's
see.
only one SKU.
There's
that
only
they
one
can-
SKU now, and it's $600.
Why was that call made? Are they not selling the 20 gigs as much?
Well, they're
or-
not
Yeah,
selling.
they
Dude,
said-
we were at Fry's. They're not selling the 60 gigs. We literally were at Fry's and
There's
like
a
looking
stack
through the
of
thing.
them.
I
So
was
why
like,
would they only
Well, they
allow
said
the...
10-to-1 ratio of people buying 60 to 20.
I see.
So they said they're just going to discontinue it.
yeah,
makes sense.
because they're people.
Floundering.
All right, whatever. That's all rad. And luck.
So,
Forum time.
Imagineer 99 asks, favorite 80s nostalgia movie, and Goonies is too easy an answer.
Goonies.
Goonies. Too easy.
I will say, and this is like my shit,
Do
so
it.
I'm going to
Oh,
fuck
boy.
it up.
Fuck it up.
Because I'm going to miss shit, but I'll say Explorers
Oh, Explorers are good.
/ Last Starfighter. They
Oh.
took it from you. Took it from you.
You can't do two.
You did that Rose thing at the end. You were like Explorers, and then hit the button, and then the fucking wings came out. You went up on your nose, spun around, and killed everybody with the Last Starfighter.
Yeah, that
Whoa.
was the.
Yeah.
What was that button called?
Blew my mind.
No, it was like the Rose Burst or
Oh, yeah,
something like
Rose
that.
Burst, something.
Something crazy like that. Jeff?
Those two are Explorers. For me, has a very special place in my heart. I want to say Explorers too, but maybe I'll say this is a little too cheesy to even say, but Rad. It's a great movie.
There's nothing wrong with Rad. Rad is a great movie.
Great movie. Crew,
Bikes.
Crew Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bikes is good.
Chick from Full House, a show
from
that
Full
Alex
House.
hosts.
All right, you, Alex.
Good times.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Ghostbusters.
Oh,
I know it might be as easy as Goonies, but Ghostbusters is one of those movies
I can watch it
kinda
over and
over.
And I like it, but I'm not a high five on that. Oh, okay.
Well,
No, it's okay. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't force it.
right.
You high five.
I hate crayons. For Alex, what other acting things do you have in the works?
I am going to be shooting a Domino's commercial tomorrow. I have the sitcom that I created that I shot is being swam around. We have a couple projects, the three of us, that are acting.
Good stuff. Cool.
Good
cool.
things.
So Travis on Phonics, favorite
Nice.
action movie quote.
Favorite action movie quote?
Get away from her. I got it.
Okay, go for it.
It's get away from her, you bitch.
How about get your damn hands off her? That's not really an action movie.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna do the yippee-ki-yay motherfucker, the whole like John McClane on the walkie.
Gotcha.
Yes,
Good, it's a good one.
Oh no. Although this is not an action movie, but and not many people might not like this, but the I want to cut his heart out with a spoon. Why a spoon, cousin? Because it's dull. It'll hurt more.
Yeah. What is
Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Yeah, dude.
I cut it out with a spoon. Why would
You just
why a
named
spoon?
villain in both those movies.
Yeah, Alan
Rickman, dude, he's the man.
You know why? Because he is a villainous motherfucking guy.
If you guys could somehow be transported into a video game, Turby writes this. If you guys could somehow be transported into a video game, which one would it be?
This is an epic question.
Are you guys ready? Because I'm ready.
You go, because I have to think.
I'm actually gonna go kind of weirdsies and say Myst. Because Myst was like an epic, like, what the fuck just happened? Where am I? I'm by myself. I'm interacting with not people, but like books that recorded their memory. Like I had so much fun. Plus, it never felt like you could die.
There was
never an impending doom.
It's a good place to be because you can't die in it.
And Myst is a fucking island. There's probably chicks there.
I'm gonna blow your mind.
I love that.
I'm gonna say Tron.
Oh,
because it's about being
transformed
into a video game and life cycles, dude. Life cycles.
I know. I said it last night.
I'm gonna say something you wish you said.
What?
Dead or Alive beach volleyball.
Oh, well, that's brilliant.
Because I'm not a perv.
Because there are
brilliant.
chicks there, Alex.
I know, and they have very well rendered breasts.
Yes, and they will be on my face.
So I think we're coming up on timesies. So let's do one more real quick.
Okay.
Some ideas. Movies.
Okay, Klitzy writes, if you had one last movie to watch / a video game to play before your death, what would it be and why?
Wow, that is a heady fucking one.
This isn't the best.
I have the movie one.
Okay,
for sure.
What's the movie?
Magnolia.
Oh, that's weird.
I went to steal Magnolias in my head.
No.
I thought he was going to say My Life, and I was like, let's really get you depressed right before you die.
Magnolia to me has the filmmaking is the best. The content, it's about like existing. What it is about to me is the most important stuff that a movie could be about, in my opinion.
And I've never seen it.
Oh, bro. Well, a lot of people hate it, so...
No, well, whatever.
Oh, I loved it.
What? It was a bad movie?
No, it's just a movie.
Yeah.
There are lots of movies I haven't seen.
Yes.
I try to see as many as I can. Some slip by.
Wow.
I'm actually going to say Time Bandits.
Interesting.
Because it's got that whole, like, you can travel to wherever you want. There's a lot of ethereal stuff and good versus evil. And
it's like it transports you.
yeah,
when you
it's
watch
going to
it.
be kind of a nice little thing to kind of end on. Plus, there's got little people.
I would say
LPs.
one video game to play before I die.
Or movie. We said movies.
A movie. I would say
Tetris?
something very, very long, so it would put off the dying.
Oh. Game. Final Fantasy.
Like Oblivion.
Something.
Yeah, Oblivion with all the expansions.
Yeah.
And that's rad.
Like
It's
Sims
horrible.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for this week's edition of the Totally Rad Show. Thank you for watching.
What?
Watching?
Oh my God, we could be listening to our show on our watches. That is weird.
That's
Hey,
crazy.
Jeff.
Yes, Dan?
Did you hear there's these new MP3 watches? That was, you know what show that is? Nickelodeon Friends?
Yeah, Nickelodeon Friends.
No, we have to say we know because if we didn't, something might fall on our heads.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. We're leaving it at that.
Okay.
So,
Right.
dude, we met this dude at the
Live Taping Indignation, which is awesome.
Which,
Thanks for coming
out to everybody
Yes,
that
who
came out.
came
today.
out.
And everybody here, including Steve, was there.
Yes.
That was awesome.
Thank you guys.
This dude,
What's the website called?
TikTok Tunes.
TikTok.
He gives us these sweet watches that you can listen to MP3s on.
Yeah, we
And-
actually fired it up, and it's
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I was thinking?
What?
You are like the Bob Saget of Rev 3.
What?
I
like-
don't like where that was.
Like
He did direct Half Baked.
America's Funniest Home Videos
Yes.
and Full House. Like 2 hit shows.
Oh!
You don't like it.
Which one are we?
All right,
I
but
think we're Full House.
I like that. I think I like that. Yeah, I like that.
Because we're the adorable twins.
All right, so
you're the Rev 3
we look
Olsen
like
twins?
fucking Munchitos or
Munchitos?
We're going to grow up eating crack wars.
Mangalas.
With the thumbs?
Yeah,
Munchichi.
Munchichis.
Look at me.
right,
Munchichi.
Munchichi.
They do look like Munchichis.
Yes.
And
Wait.
you can put thumb in their ear,
So,
thumb in
dude,
his mouth.
we just want to say, he's got a video one coming out too.
Yeah.
The MP4 one is going to come out.
But what we really want to say is we love getting stuff
So that we can give stuff back.
by saying it was rad. So if you want to send us anything,
Oh, and I have to say,
You work at
the
Microsoft?
coolest thing. Do you guys remember last week when I said this? Guitar Hero Special Edition, Kurt Cobain Edition, and the controller is a shotgun with one red button.
I don't think it was the worst thing that anybody's ever said.
It was maybe potentially in bad taste,
Yes.
but I thought it was funny.
And we got one-upped by tastelessness.
Well, one of our viewers, Matteo in the forums, Matteo.
Matteo?
yes.
Anyway, within an hour of our show being up, he
Nice.
made this.
Which
Which
is just as tasteless, but clever.
So awesome.
So awesome.
So thank you a lot, Matteo.
Yo.
You're like a robot who just says that name.
Matt.
Or
Yo.
his name broke his matrix. He's like,
We love
Matt
that.
EO, Matt AO, Matt Compute. Bzz.
So if you want to check out our forums,
that
post
happened.
stuff, for us to admire and enjoy.
Yes,
and love.
we love.
Go to totallyradshow.com and then click on discussion forums and post away.
That is right. And also you can email us as we do answer email questions, although we did a big forum blast.
Yeah.
But we also do answer our emails, so send them. Fans at totallyradshow.com.
And check us out on MySpace. I just flirted with the audience, all those dudes.
You always do.
I winked.
Did you do that? You winked?
I winked. I did a little wink.
You're wink, bang, winkle?
MySpace.com/totallyradshow. I put a posting when we went to the live donation tip. You guys didn't even know about this. I put out a little posting saying, "Come check out if you're in LA."
Oh, cool.
I put that on the MySpace. So become our friend on MySpace so you get...
That's awesome.
Did you post on MySpace that the iTunes rankings that were like moving up the right?
Dude,
No.
we were flying up the rankings, so keep subscribing.
if you haven't
help.
subscribed on iTunes, it's a huge help to us.
Yes.
Even if you don't watch on iTunes, just go in there, hit subscribe. You don't.
Yep.
You can
Let it
not
run, my
watch it there,
friends.
but
Yeah, helps us out.
actually, it looks better on the QuickTime, the large QuickTime.
The large QuickTime.
Yeah.
So
But
whatever.
still subscribe.
Yes, please.
I believe that might be as ratty as it gets.
Oh my god, that's fart. Hold on. Dude, he's farting. My face is up on your face right here.
Space time, we'll be stuck in 82 and must be rescued. They need a heroes too. Discuss the latest news. Give us their reviews. I swear it's all true. Not just a bonus show.
It's too much.
It's all right.
It tickles a little bit. Mom, is that you?
That's the one. That's the one.
Just pick up. It's a close-up.
Yeah.
Pop it. Pop it. Underlay, husky, and pop it. No.
You're just trying to get on the outtakes now.